Ok, on va tester Microsoft Flight Simulator. Je viens de finir de paramétrer les caméras pour voir bien mon visage, l'écran, ce qui se passe devant moi sur le clavier. On passe une petite affaire plus. Voilà. Fait que clavier, souris. À l'installation initiale, il a déjà détecté, c'est ça, clavier, souris et le Thrustmaster que je garde proche. Je sais pas encore comment que ça va servir. Tout ce que j'ai fait à date, c'est configurer de l'audio puis régler les fichiers d'installation. Sinon, j'ai aucune idée dans quoi je m'embarque. C'est quoi les contrôles. Fait que je vais commencer dans le flight training. Puis on va regarder où est-ce que ça me mène. Puis si on a la chance, on va peut-être voir ma copilote en arrière venir nous rejoindre. Puis ça va aussi vous permettre de voir sur mon clavier, sur mon bureau, toutes les distractions que ça peut me donner. On y va. Basic handling, that's what I'm here for. Yeah, let's start at the basics. Basic controls and cameras. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna be in Sedona, USA. Starting at the gate parking. In this first lesson, we'll focus on the basic simulator controls that will help you manipulate your aircraft, adjust camera position both inside and outside the cockpit, interact with instruments, and open the toolbar menu. Opening the toolbar menu during flight, so I guess I'm actually going to be flying, interacting with the camera panel via the toolbar, using the cursor to highlight and interact with cockpit instruments, and creating, saving, and accessing custom camera views. Should last about 5 minutes. Flight conditions are clear. What do we have? Max altitude 14,700 feet. Endurance 5 hours. So we're going to be flying a Cessna. KTAS. I don't know what unit measure that is. And range, I'm guessing that's not 415 nanometers. We'll see. If I press Control Entrée, I can fly. 1. Aileron, flaps, rudder, elevator, and trim elevator. Just quickly left or right. Okay. Ouais, il est là. Il est là. Ouais. Okay. So that's our plane. Starting soft, starting casual. Runway slope is 1 degree, so I'm guessing it's pretty flat. I'm guessing these are like the easiest configurations. Heading 305 degrees. Indicated airspeed. Okay, so I guess now it's my turn to click ready to fly. I'm just gonna get my co-pilot. Ouais, vite. Ok, ok. Allez ici.
Welcome to Sedona. I'm Captain Jess Molina, and I'll be your instructor. For this lesson, we're going to start on the ground and focus on some basic concepts. Fundamentals every pilot needs to know before hitting the skies. This is your plane, a classic, the Cessna 152. Take a look around it.
So to look around the plane, I have to use MAJ, which is basically shift, and then press.
In the simulator, anytime you want, you can easily switch to cursor mode. The cursor is handy for interacting with menus and cockpit controls or instruments. As you can see, activating the cursor also displays the toolbar. The toolbar is a quick access menu that allows you to control various aspects of the simulation. Try to find and open the basic controls panel.
Okay, so right click to adjust the camera. And open the basic control panels in the toolbar. They did not give me a toolbar. If I press escape, enter. Enter moves that flap. I'm gonna regret this soon. Okay, so I can also click the scrolling wheel. I need an adult. Okay, let's go. Control options. By name, let's just write in tool bar. Show toolbar. There are no buttons associated. Keyboard. Okay. Okay. Oh boy. Ça va compliquer un peu la donne. This is why you need a piloting license before you actually head onto a plane. General options. Okay, so there's VR options. Control options. Menu. Toggle basic control panel. Control C.
The basic controls panel is a useful reminder of the button layout for the devices you're currently using. Now try to find and open the camera panel in the toolbar.
And the camera panel in the toolbar. Where is the toolbar? Toggle toolbar. Search my input. Is there an input on tab? Yes. Is there on period? Next toolbar, comma. The toolbar is going to be important. Is there something on space? There's a lot of things. Okay. Let's toggle the toolbar. So let's say if go with comma. Let's try that. Apply and save. Okay. So now I've got a toolbar. And I can pose camera.
The camera panel allows you to access the various views and camera modes of the simulation. Go ahead and close all the panels for now. Right now, we are in the external view mode. Let's switch to cockpit view next.
Joystick button 15. So 15 is down. I can't tell if you can see it right over here.
In front of you is the yoke, the primary means of controlling the aircraft. In the simulation, you'll be controlling the aircraft with your peripherals of choice. So let's hide the yoke for now.
With a cursor, point the yoke and hide it.
Some instruments allow multiple interactions. For example, rotating a dial clockwise or counterclockwise. In these cases, you need to lock the cursor onto them in order to interact. For example, take a look at the clock in the middle of the dashboard. Go ahead and lock the cursor on it.
Okay. I have to close the toolbar first. I can check around freely like this. Ah, there you go. So I gotta find the knob.
Now change the clock time. You can unlock the cursor once you're ready.
Let's see.
For now, we're done with the cursor, so go ahead and hide it. All right, as we've seen, when you want to look around you, it's easy to rotate the camera. But you can also move it freely in the cockpit to get a better view of anything you want to see. Even through a window to look outside.
224. But, oh,
Pro tip, once you find a camera position you like, you can save a shortcut to easily get back to that view anytime.
I can down. Okay, so let's say my default mode should be Control Alt 1. I can do it on a keyboard, but actually I have the numpad on the side of my mouse. So that's going to be handy. Control Alt.
Now,
1.
reset the camera to its original position. Then try switching to your custom one again.
Okay. Joystick button 2. Joystick button 2 is this one. So Alt
Alright,
1.
that covers all the main camera functions available in the simulation. Try to familiarize yourself with them a bit more. Then reset the camera to its original position whenever you're done. Great.
Okay. So yeah, I recommend trying out the tutorial so that you can figure out, what's wrong with these very, very, very basic things. Figure out what needs to be done. Parce que quand il manque des key bindings, ben, c'est ça, ça limite un peu l'expérience globale. Je crois que on va moins souvent avoir besoin de ce qui se passe en haut. J'ai un peu d'espace. This a bit. Okay. Let's move on. Back to the training menu. Basic handling. Okay, so let's try another one. Getting familiar with the aircraft main controls and instruments. the yoke to control the ailerons and the elevator, the rudder pedals to control the rudder and steering on the ground, the throttle and RPM indicator, tachometer, and the airspeed indicator and altimeter. Okay. Aileron, flaps, rudder, elevator, trim elevator. Okay, and I'm ready to fly.
Let's get you familiar with the aircraft, a Cessna 152, and a few commands to navigate it through the skies. In front of you is the yoke. The yoke is like a steering wheel, more or less. Turn it left or right to control the ailerons and bank the aircraft into turns. Look at the trailing edge of the wings while turning the yoke to see the effect on the ailerons.
Okay. So I can grab this.
Okay. Now, the difference between the yoke and a steering wheel is you can pull or push on the yoke. This controls the elevator at the back of the aircraft to make it climb or descend. Look at the horizontal stabilizer while you pull on the yoke. You can see how it affects the elevator.
Pull.
Nice. Down at your feet are the rudder pedals. They steer the aircraft when you're on the ground. The upper part of the pedals also control your brakes. In the air, they control the rudder at the end of the vertical stabilizer to yaw the aircraft. This is mostly for small corrections, for coordinating turns or compensating for a plane's tendency to pull left during takeoffs and climbs. Look at the vertical tail while operating the pedals to see the effect on the rudder.
Yeah. What's my z-axis? I think it's this one. Nope. Okay, so it's the twist.
Great. Last but not least, the throttle is located near the center of the cockpit. Pushing forward will increase power. Pulling back will decrease power. First, look at the throttle and select it. Keep it selected and push it forward to increase power.
Or I can move axis Y. So the slider here affects this. Okay. But it's not accepting it. Oh, anti-ice engine.
Power is increased. Now, pull it back to decrease power.
Okay, so I see it works, but the tutorial doesn't like me doing it this way.
Power is decreased. Now we'll do the same without focusing on it. Deselect the throttle. Look away from the throttle and increase power. Set your throttle to idle. Excellent. When the engine is on, you'll be able to see the power change on your RPM indicator. You'll find it on the right side of the dashboard.
Get out here. Okay. What's the RPM?
This tells you how fast the engine is spinning in hundreds of revolutions per minute. Next, take a look at your current speed on the airspeed indicator. It's on the left in the main instrument panel.
That's how fast I'm going, but the other one is how hard the engine is working.
To check your altitude, look to the altimeter. It's on the right side of the main instrument panel.
Got it.
The altimeter has 3 hands, similar to a clock. The long, thick pointer indicates 100-foot intervals. The short, thick one is 1,000-foot intervals. And the long, thin one, 10,000-foot intervals. That's all for today.
I did
Next
not
time,
get that.
we'll see how it feels in the air.
Okay. You can kind of customize it. I'm not sure yet how I'm going to balance it out, because I like handling this with my right hand and the mouse. I think I can learn to use the camera controls with the shift key, but I'm more used to using, I'll say, shift and the WASD key. So maybe I'll customize it if they don't use it, because using shift and my other hand just to move the camera or the mouse doesn't allow me to, I'll say, look around while I'm piloting. So we'll see. I want to at least get to try to fly a bit just for this demonstration. Alright, so same airport in Sedona. In this lesson, you will get familiar with the aerial surroundings of Sedona and perform some simple maneuvers under close supervision from your instructor. That's a good thing. Quick view to look around. Yep. Smart cam to automatically focus on a point of interest. In this case, the airport. Yeah, which would probably help to land. Pitch up and down turns. I don't think I'm actually going to land. So far, the tutorials are pretty cut, neat, and dry. We'll see. Yeah, scratch, 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 scratch. Oops. Alright, so I'm pretty confident. I'm already a little comfortable with the Thrustmaster because I've used it a lot to play squadrons. So for the throttle, yeah, I'm pretty used to it. But yeah, I feel like this game's going to need a lot of hands. So maybe VR is easier because you can actually just move your head around to look around. But then again, you can't see where your fingers are. So it must be easier once you really know your controls well. All right, let's try it out.
I've got to say, you chose a great day to go flying.
The instructor is currently flying the aircraft.
This session, we'll get started with some basic controls. Sound good? First things first, let's get familiar with your surroundings. Out your side windows, you can see we have great visibility over Sedona today.
Point of view or point of view. Okay, so Q alternates between preset views. Okay. Use the quick view by holding POV or POV. So it's the hat. Okay, so it's the hat.
Beautiful, isn't it?
I don't know if you can actually see it.
See if you can spot the Sedona airport.
So on the hat
runway
here,
should be a
I have
pretty
this little
easy
joystick
landmark
that I
to
can
find.
tilt to the left and to the right. Use Smart Cam by holding joystick button 1. Which one is it? Joystick button 1 is the trigger.
There you go. Visual confirmation on the airport.
So that lets me see the objective. Okay. So next step coming in about 15 seconds. Yeah, that's the airport. That's where we
We
gotta
already
head back.
talked about basic controls while we were on the ground. Time to see how it all feels in the air. The aircraft is currently set to a cruise attitude, the position it should be in for regular flight. Alright, now let's try banking into a turn by moving the yoke. I'll go
Alright.
first.
She's moving it kind of gently. This is cool.
always want to keep your turns under 30 degrees.
Under 30 degrees. Okay.
Go ahead and try rolling to the right. You have controls. Turn right, toward the city of Sedona. Excellent. As we're flying towards Sedona, let's try climbing up and down. Gently pull on the yoke to climb. Give it a try.
Just gently.
That's good.
That's good.
For the descent, it's the same principle, except you're pushing on the yoke.
See, I'm holding it neutral
Go
and
ahead.
it's dropping.
Gently pitch down.
Okay, gently push down.
That's good.
Right, let's stabilize.
Okay, time to find the airport again. Look around, and when you found it, make a turn in that direction.
So press 1. So the airport is there. Feels pretty close. So you can pitch and hold the camera. Not. Okay, the camera adjusts by itself right now because it's fixed on the airport. If I release,
Make sure any control movements are soft and gentle. Now that you're more familiar with the aircraft and the
can be a little
surroundings,
rough.
the next step is to go deeper into handling and techniques. Soon enough, you'll be able to enjoy trips all on your own.
Oh, I got a B score. Okay, so maybe there's something I can improve. Does it give me details on my score, why it's a B? Was it because I was a little slow on doing it? Oh, yeah. Okay, so I didn't get maximum points for the yoke. Maybe I wasn't gentle enough during that part. And I was missing like 800 points to get the B. Okay, this is fun. Attitude. Pitch. The basic handling thinks I have an attitude problem. Let's try to solve it. So I have a descent attitude, climb attitude, or cruise attitude. Okay, attitude refers to the aircraft's nose position relative to the horizon. Okay, there are 3 pitch attitudes controlled by the elevator. And this lesson you will learn to climb, cruise, and descend. In the image to the right, this part here, the dashed lines represent where you will see the horizon in your windshield during climb or descent. You also discover the relationship between pitch and speed. Pitching up will cause the speed to decrease, while pitching down makes the speed increase. Yeah, so if I'm using gravity, I can accelerate. If I'm going against gravity, I'm going to slow down. Should last about 2 minutes. Okay, we have time for that. Get my go. I see that my camera is hiding some. Oops. I'm going to learn to get adjusted. And so maybe I can put myself up here. Maybe that won't hide too much stuff. That hides the tutorial instructions. Yep, this corner should be fine.
To help demonstrate pitch, I've drawn 3 lines on the windshield.
Thank you.
Notice how the middle line matches the horizon while we're flying level. This is the cruise attitude. The lower dotted line is the climb attitude, and the upper one is the descent attitude. Let's dig deeper into what that means. Pull back gently on the yoke until the climb attitude line matches the horizon. Then maintain that attitude.
Okay, press onto the horizon, the lower line.
According to your altimeter, we're gaining altitude.
Oh yeah, I see it.
But we're losing airspeed, proving you can't avoid basic physics while making a climb. Excellent. Now let's level back out. Our speed is increasing and our altitude is stable. All right. Push gently on the yoke until the descent attitude line matches the horizon. Then maintain that attitude.
Horizon is interesting. Joystick left axis Y. What was that? It's not this one.
Push on the yoke gently, just until the descent attitude line matches the
descent.
horizon. Then,
Okay.
as expected, with a nose-down attitude, our altitude is decreasing, while our speed is picking up. Great. Okay, bring us back to level flight. Now your speed is decreasing and your altitude is stable.
Right.
That's good. That was excellent. Being able to maintain a precise and stable attitude is key to performing all types of maneuvers.
Okay. Well, that was easy. All right. So yeah, I got a bit confused with the descend and the level offs. Okay. So that was fun. Just to make it easier for viewership, I'm gonna cut now and make smaller, shorter videos. But yeah, I think I got the start of a Let's Play series. I like it enough to try to record myself every time I play, and yeah, that's kind of cool. All right, signing off.